Good morning, students. Today also we'll continue our lesson 1 geography, and today we'll discuss about land as a resource and land use pattern in India. Students, we all know that we all live on land. We perform various economic activities on land and we use it in different ways. Thus, land is an natural resource of utmost importance. It supports natural vegetation, transport, communication, human life, etc. Whatever activity we do, we perform on land. So it is important to use the available land for various purpose with great and careful planning. Now, you know that India has a various relief feature. In class 9th, you would have studied that we have various relief features like mountains, plateaus, plains, and islands. Now, about 43% of land is plain, which provides facility for agriculture and industry. Most of the agriculture sectors or agriculture areas live in the plains. Now, mountain accounts about 30% of the total surface area of the country and it ensures perennial flow of rivers. We all know that all the rivers in India, either it may be perennial and non-perennial. Even in the South India also, most of the rivers they take birth in various mountain ranges or in the hills. So, mountain provides home for various perennial rivers. It provides facilities for tourism and ecological aspects. Now, about 27% of the area of our country is plateau region. We have namely or mainly three plateaus in our country like Malwa Plateau, Chota Nagpur Plateau and Deccan Plateau. These plateaus are rich in minerals, fossil fuels, etc. Now, we will see how the land utilization is done in our country. First of all, we see about the forest. Forest accounts around 29% of the total geographical area of India. After forest, we have land which is not available for cultivation. Such lands are termed as a barren and wasteland. But in present scenario, we cannot see any land as a wasteland. Every land is a valuable and useful land. If it is not used for agriculture, it can be used for commercial purpose. Like we use land, barren and wasteland for construction of buildings, industries, roads, factories, etc. Now, we have permanent pasture and grazing land. You might have heard about pasture land and grazing land where animals are left over for grazing and all. In our country, states like Rajasthan and Gujarat having more area under pasture land. Now, if you have fallow lands are those land which is left without cultivation for one or less than one agriculture year. Now, farmers leave their land as a fallow land to regain the fertility of the soil. But now, as the land holdings have been decreased, the size of land holdings per farmer has reduced. So now they are not leaving any land as a fallow land. Instead of that, they are following various other method like crop rotation and all. They are using fertilizers and manures to increase the fertility of the soil. Now let us talk about the net sown area. Area sown more than once in a year or net sown area is also known as gross cropped area. Now, after this, we will see about the land use pattern in India. See, if you determine both by physical and topography or climate or soil type as well as human factors such as population, density, technological capability and cultural and traditional aspects, etc. The land pattern of India is different from state to state because of geographical condition. Now, the total geographical area of our country is 3.28 million square kilometer, but out of that we have only 93% of land with us. Remaining 7% land is under international disputes like in Arunachal Pradesh, in Ladakh and in POK. Now, if we see the division of the 93% of the land in our country, in that if we see the pattern of net sown area is greatly varies from state to state. It is over 80% in the states of Punjab and Haryana and less than 10% in the state of Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Manipur, Andaman and Nicobar Island. Now this is why difference is because if you see Punjab and Haryana, they lie in these two states lies in the Indo-Gangetic plain, whereas if you see the states of Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland, Manipur, they all are hilly and mountain regions where we don't find much plain area. Here we find steppe cropping, mostly the crops which are sown or grown in less water. Now, apart from that, if we talk about the forest area in the country is far lower than the desired area. As per the government policy or the national forest policy of 1952, we should have around 33% of the geographical area as a forest, but at present we have only around 29%, which is very much less than the required. Now it is essential for maintenance of ecological balance. The livelihood of millions of tribals depends upon this forest. Now apart from the land is termed as a wasteland and other land, we see various types of land which includes rocky, arid and desert areas. Now these all are also used for construction of railways, roadways, industries, etc. So in India, if you see the land variation, it is varies from state to state. Based on that, we find the population of our country also. If you see the Uttar Pradesh, entire Uttar Pradesh comes in the Indo-Gangetic plain, because of which we find it is the most populated state of the country, because still in our country most of the people depend on agriculture or allied activities. Now similarly, if you see the states which are having very good industrial areas like Gujarat, Maharashtra and all, there also you find population level is very high. So it depends upon the size, location and the availability of the resources. So students, that's all for today. We'll continue tomorrow.